Hi friends, welcome to Yoga Aadhaar channel. You are watching part 3 of the Gheranda Samhita tutorial wherein I will be covering detailed overview of Dand Dhauti and Mula Shodhana with explanations as much as possible. But before that, I would like to go through small quick recap of chart of all Shatkarmas as mentioned in Gheranda Samhita, which I have discussed in my last two videos as well. Okay, before I start Hirde Dhoti and Mool Shodhana, let me discuss the concept behind these two dhotis. See, there is a connection between arm and the disease process, and this makes perfect sense because the qualities of arm are in direct opposition to those of Agni. And remember, strong Agni is essential to the maintenance of proper health. When Agni is compromised and when Av accumulates, our health suffers, and the two situations are mutually reinforcing. Let's go a slide deeper. We eat food daily. This food goes to the stomach and intestines for digestion and assimilation. The undigested food material that gets left in the intestines is called ama. As undigested residue accumulates in the body's channels, it decays, becomes very dense and sticky. This mucus-like residue ferments, producing swelling and inflammation. Fermentation gives off gases, causes dryness and bloating, which is vat. In this way, these toxic gases enter the blood, muscle, bone and degenerate these systems. This fermenting stick arm residue blocks the functioning of the organs, tissues, and cells. Arm is fairly easy to clear from the digestive tract through these dhotis, but once it spreads into the deeper tissues, it becomes much more difficult to eliminate. As arm accumulates in the body, it inevitably blocks the channels of the body and disrupts tissue nutrition. This alone is very problematic, but harm can disturb physiological processes at the cellular level also. When harm finds its way into the deeper tissues, it coats and clogs individual cell membranes, inhibiting cellular communication and weakening the immune response, which leads to a loss of intelligence at the cellular level, which can cause much more serious diseases like autoimmune disorders, or cancer. If this arm enters the pancreas and blocks the channels, it results into diabetes. And if this arm enters the lungs, it may create asthma. Similarly, in the heart, it can create heart block. In the blood, it can create high cholesterol. And if it enters the brain channels, then lack of energy, confusion, insomnia, depression occurs. So I hope now everything is clear to you. Coming back to Hirda Dhoti, Hirda means heart. So this dhoti covers the heart region, which includes esophagus and stomach region. And these are Dand Dhauti, Vastu Dhauti and Vaman Dhauti. Let's discuss about the Dand Dhauti. Dand means stick. Here the stick is of soft portion of banana tree or turmeric, which is inserted through the mouth and then withdrawn. But nowadays we use catheter. In this technique we drink warm salt water and then insert the catheter through esophagus into the stomach. Through siphon action, cough, pith and mucus are withdrawn through the catheter by Rechak Kriya, and it must be done under the guidance of qualified yoga professionals. One point of precaution, that is, hypertensive, cardiac or hernia patients must avoid this practice. Now we come to Vaman Dhoti. Generally nowadays, Vaman Dhoti is basically drinking warm salt or saltless water up to the level of throat and then vomiting it. But remember, Gheranda Samhita mentions to drink and vomit only after meal. Otherwise, it is called kunjal and gajkandi. By this practice, phlegm and bile disorders like indigestion, acidity, and heartburn are cured. Again, this should also be done under the guidance of qualified yoga professional. Next, Vasudhoti. Vasu means cloth. In this technique, 15 feet long and 3-inch cotton cloth is swallowed slowly, retained, and then drawn out from the stomach. Remember, this practice is not perfected in a day. It takes number of days to swallow the whole 15 feet long. So this should be learned under the guidance of qualified yoga professional. I remember Swami Dharendra Brahmachari had narrated one incident in which one yoga practitioner got struck in between of this Vasudhoti when he was not able to withdraw the cloth from the stomach as the esophageal valves were closed then and not allowing to be withdrawn. This dhoti helps in balancing of Vata, Pitta and Kapha, cleanses the walls of the esophagus and stomach, and so chronic gastritis, spleen disorders and skin disorders are cured by this dhoti. Now we come to last category under dhoti, that is Mula Shodhana. Mool means rectum and Shodhan means cleansing or purification. It is nothing other than Ganesh Kriya, and in Hath Ratnavali it is called Chakri Krama. So in this technique, rectum and anus are cleansed by inserting middle finger or stalk of the root of turmeric in squatting position. Remove your finger and wash it thoroughly after the dhoti is done. Wash your anal area with cold water to create further stimulation in that area. As you become comfortable with this practice, apply a little more pressure with caution on the walls of anus and rectum. To further intensify your practice, you can alternatively contract and relax your anus while the finger is inserted inside. As discussed just now that accumulation of waste material in the body is the root cause of all diseases. So this dhoti helps in elimination of waste or toxic material from the body, and hence the apan vayu is moved out, due to which glow of the body is increased. With regular practice of Mool Shodhana, you will increase the blood flow in your anal and rectum region. Blood flow will be increased in turn, that will stimulate the nerves and allow them to be performing optimally. The gentle pressure will strengthen the rectal muscles, and with this Mool Shodhana it is easy to remove hard accumulated matter in the rectum. But one point of precaution, always trim the nails, and they should be without any nail polish. So friends, this is all about dhotis we have learned till now. In the next video, we will discuss about the remaining 5 categories of Shatkarmas, that is Basti, Neti, Lauliki, Tratak and Kapalbhati. Thanks for watching this video. If you like me to add videos on other subjects as well, please comment below. I will be happy to see your feedbacks.